Skomota's 5 seconds of fame are finally over. After becoming an overnight internet sensation and quickly finding himself sharing stages with some of the biggest names in the South African music industry, to viral claims that he won over 3 million rands while gambling on Betway. At the peak of his powers, the man even had a whole reality show, and for a moment in time there, Skomota seemed to be on top of the world. However, as of November 2025, things have taken an unexpected turn for the worst, as Skomota has gone completely silent. With his social media presence no longer existing, rumors are instead circulating online that he burned through all his millions and is now financially broke.
Remember Skomota was at RDP.
Lino. No improvement.
No improvement.
Which quickly begs the question, what went wrong for Skomota? Well, Skomota's rise to fame was fueled almost entirely by luck, as it didn't come from him being talented or with him working towards becoming a superstar. Instead, the man blew up through pure internet momentum. Short clips of him dancing at local events began circulating on TikTok and Facebook, where users were immediately drawn to his unusual style of dancing, his awkward movements, and his unintentional comedic facial expressions became meme-worthy, making every clip of him instantly shareable. And as the videos continued to trend, Skomota quickly evolved from a simple local entertainer into a fully blown overnight internet sensation. His signature dance style became so widely recognized that it sparked a global trend, with people from different countries, even as far as China, were posting clips of themselves attempting the so-called Skomota dance. And what started as a niche hometown performance suddenly turned Skomota into an international superstar. Wow, Skomota is international. I lied when I said Skomota is about to be the most popular celebrity in Africa. He's now an international celebrity. Skomota to the world. Hope to see him tour the world too. Well, by this point, Skomota was quickly becoming the most talked about internet personalities in South Africa. And with the man having an unpredictable personality in an era where the internet instantly gets bored very easily, his unpredictability was the most valuable currency Skomota had at the time. However, with each and every viral moment introducing Skomota to an even wider audience, Skomota's demand only continued to grow even more. His biggest highlight during this time was when he shared the stage with one of the biggest names in the South African music scene, Makhadzi. And on what used to be at one point the biggest award shows in South Africa, Makhadzi and Skomota created a viral moment when they performed together on stage. And now, with promoters quickly recognizing the opportunity to profit from Skomota's sudden popularity, well, the man quickly found himself being managed by one of the most recognizable figures within the Limpopo entertainment circles, Moruti Wa Dikota.
017 lifestyle
was going to play a very important role in this story. Now, at the peak of his powers, Skomota's bookings were reportedly higher than 25,000 rands.
So no remove Skomota.
Skomota on your home Skomota Watura. Skomota, around Pitori. Skomota on 20,000. Oh my god, Pitori.
How thing?
Oh my god, 25,000.
And with him running up to 20 gigs per week, a rough estimate from his earnings were reportedly nothing less than 500,000 rands a month. Sheesh. Now, this man was really killing it. Although the exact details of Skomota's earnings remained shrouded in mystery, as we only have a rough estimate. However, what wasn't a rough estimate was the fact that the man was also rumored to having had won over 3 million rands while gambling on Betway. According to online articles, before the fame, Skomota was said to be a soccer betting fan who often told people that one day he's gonna be rich. And on the 25th of August 2023, that dream finally came true for Skomota, as he allegedly won over 3 million rands while betting on a soccer match using the online popular gambling platform Betway. However, with information of Skomota's 3 million rand gambling win remaining unconfirmed whether it's true or false, so I think we should take that 3 million win with a grain of salt. On the other hand, rumors of a reality show proved to be true when Skomota's reality show finally premiered on DSTV on the channel Mojo Love. For the first time, the public finally got an inside look into the life of the internet sensation, and what fans found out about the star was shocking to say the least. His sister revealed that Skomota didn't start walking until he reached the age of 4 years old. That wasn't even the most shocking part of all, as she continued to state that Skomota began school at the age of 14 years old. Starting the first grade, Skomota struggled with reading and writing. The man is said to have been pushed through the education system until the 7th grade, whereby they just couldn't push him anymore. So yeah, the man's a bit challenged, which makes the ending of this video even more tragic. With Skomota having such a tragic upbringing, someone would think that Skomota would just be a sad person and just give up on this life thing. However, for Skomota, these challenges didn't stop him from exploring his talent of dancing, making people laugh, and reportedly loving women to the point whereby some girls are bragging just how much love he has. His sex game, wow, it's on another level, and he's better than many men I've been with. Well, Skomota isn't the sharpest tool in the toolbox, so I don't blame the man for not realizing that women are usually in many cases the downfall of many men, and Skomota wasn't a different story. Viral videos showed Skomota burning through stacks of cash on beautiful women and paying for their temporary affection, cause Lord knows that these women wouldn't have been chilling with Skomota. Skomota's spending wasn't just irresponsible, as it was also unsustainable. However, for his family, the biggest concerns were regarding whether Skomota was making any money from his gigs or not. As I said earlier, the man doesn't know how to count, nor read or write. And sadly, his family's concerns were proven to be justified. As of April in the year 2024, Skomota will be seen for the first time ever refusing to perform at a gig he was booked to perform at. The man was allegedly paid 90,000 rands for his performance. On a now viral video, Skomota can be seen shaking his head in a no gesture while complaining to different organizers, including the MCs. And on the wake of the viral video, many fans flooded social media to share their 2 cents on the matter. People started debating Skomota's relevancy, and with some finally questioning why Skomota was even getting booked in the first place. Now, this was the beginning of the fall of Skomota. Why would you book Skomota, Mara? Not sure what exactly he was booked for, but my guy thinks he is now on the same level with the Scorpion Kings. How can you rely on a mentally ill person to go be consistent, Mara? But people in Limpopo will. With the public seemingly down with him, Skomota's fame began to fade at the same speed it had exploded. And as he made headlines in what seemed to be the last time, Skomota made headlines on social media when people began to notice his disappearance from the music industry. However, fame wasn't what Skomota was worried about. Well, see, after cancelling all the remaining bookings he had under his name, Skomota would finally express his dissatisfaction with the amount of money he was receiving from his manager. The man made bold claims that his payments were often incomplete and that 1,000 rands wasn't enough, which had many people speculating online about where his millions were going. However, the biggest revelation came when Skomota's friend Skotanesa Pitori came out to publicly criticize Skomota's manager. Skotanesa Pitori revealed a shocking truth. Well, the man revealed that Skomota didn't even have a bank account and all his earnings were going directly to Moruti Wa Dikota, who's Skomota's manager.
Skomota ana account ya gagwe. Tšhelete e tsena ka gare ga Moruti Wa Dikota. A e tsene ka ga Skotana.
However, with Moruti quickly denying the claims made against him, saying that they were baseless accusations that didn't have any proof backing them, even asserting that any attempts of encouraging Skomota to cancel his bookings were acts against his success, the manager further expressed his concerns for Skomota and questioned how Skomota would manage his financial responsibilities if he were to stop performing. Well, with no legal action taken against the manager, as everything we know only comes from social media, I don't really think that we should come to any conclusions ourselves. However, on the wake of the news of Skomota being defrauded, online users had no empathy for the overnight viral superstar. We all know that Skomota was wasting money on girls, so they were trying to blame his manager. And with reports saying that Skomota now lives at the same RDP house he grew up in.
Remember that Skomota was at RDP.
Lino.
No improvement. No improvement. Ask about Samantha Stena Skomota. And Skomota is a big brand. Samantha is one of them.
Tell it ever like House 22.
I think it's safe to say that Skomota's 5 seconds of fame are finally over.